Welcome back to the channel, subscribers, viewers, and those visiting for the first time. Welcome, thanks for joining me. And yeah, I'm continuing with the garden project. If you're joining me for the first time, I moved to Jamaica coming up to 3 years ago now, and got a big piece of land. And with money being not in my midst at present, as well, put it this way, God's meeting me at the point of my needs, and the money's not there to pay somebody to do the garden, well, to do the land. So God said, do it myself. So that's what I've been doing. Taking my time and actually loving it. I'm finding it really therapeutic. And so you'd have to visit the previous videos to see what I've been doing on the land. Um, but today I'll show you how far I've got um, with the last project. Okay. Yes, so this is the apple tree. Loads of apples have fallen off. It is bearing, very fruitful at the moment. So yeah, that was all grown up around there. And all that bit, I've cleared it all. And yeah, this is how it's looking. Only so many apples that you can eat. So I've been just picking away while I've been doing it, and enjoying apples whilst they're in season. There's loads of apples, and yeah, don't bother clearing them up under here because it all goes back into the ground. But all the other bushy bits, yeah, I got rid of those. And yeah, it's looking much better. Much better. We've got the cow next door, morning cow. And yeah, and dragged them down, rolled them down, the the trees, bits of trees, bits of branches that were quite heavy actually. But I asked for strength to do it, and I've got it done. So, and there's all my pile of debris, garden debris. Yes, the mango season is coming to its end, and there's a few more Julie mangoes on the tree. A few. Yeah, they're not quite ripe. Not ripe as yet. But yeah, really thankful for this. And yeah, just think last year this time the apple tree was all over here. So that's gone, and given the mango tree a chance to thrive. For some reason, don't know why, the mangoes didn't grow on this side. They didn't bear, but they did on that side. Well, I'm just thankful that I got mangoes. So today I'm going to start to tackle this area. That's pretty much the... Oh, let's put that back where it should be. Yeah. So that's pretty much the front of the house. And yeah, so the grass here is that thick, like carpet grass. It's quite hard to mow. I mean, it's kind of nice to look at, but it's pretty hard to work with. So I'm thankful that it's just up this side. So yeah, I want to work around these. I mean, this is all prickly, so I'm not sure how I'm going to clear that out. Well, God's given me my hands, that's a tool. I've got my gloves and got a few, I've got some shears, I've got some like garden scissor things. So, what have you got in your hand? You just use what you've got. And to get all this all cleaned up. That was growing up. You don't want them growing up too high over the windows because the lizards, they'll jump by they climb up the walls anyway. But it's like lizard home, an insect home. So, yeah, that's what I want to do today. Okay, so, looking naked, eh? Yeah, I got rid of a lot of those, just chopped all that down, those two, and dug up, I had a lot of these, chopped this one down, couldn't get it off. So yeah, pretty flowers, but very prickly, growing a bit wild, had to get rid of the stuff so I could get the lawnmower behind it. You just want sort of easy access with the lawnmower really. And then round the edges, yeah, so cut these down, cleaned up around there. So I started to cut this bit, but it got dark yesterday, so I'm gonna get onto that, chop that bit down, and then around this rockery thing, this rock, get that cleaned up and get that tree out. So what I've had to do is I had a pickaxe because I was thinking to myself, how am I going to get all this stuff down? Anyway, Denise, don't ask how. The fact that it's coming to you to do it, you've already got the tools, including your hands. So I had a pickaxe, and so I used that to dig out the roots of some of the tree things that were growing all over the place, growing wild. So really glad about that. And then I was saying to God, I need a whacker. I mean, somebody gave me one. Thank you to the person that did. But it's not actually working. The gear, I asked my neighbour to have a look at it. He says you need a new gearbox. So I was saying to God, I need a whacker. And God says everything that you need, I do provide it. And if you needed one right now, you'd have one right now. Just like when I needed the lawnmower. God miraculously, I've got to say, provided that, and the washing machine and the stove. God says, actually, you can use your hands for now, you've got a tool. And so that's what I've done there. There's not really much difference. It's not actually that hard to take them out the corners. And this one, like I said, I've got the tool to cut the edge of that. So yeah. Everything that you need in life, if you look within, which I go to my heart. So I did a bit of a cut yesterday as well. Yeah, so there's been a lot of rain, like I've been saying, and I'm thankful for the rain. And yeah, just cut it accordingly. So yeah, everything that we need in life, go within, ask the question, and wait for the answer. Listen to your heart. And the answer really does come. It really does. So yeah. Hi again. Whew, sweating. One thing that working on the land does is give you a thirst for water. I do like Tang and I do drink a lot of Tang, but I just can't drink it when I'm doing the work on the garden. I just have a thirst for water, so I do drink quite a lot of water, which is good because that's what I've been hearing in my spirit. You need to be drinking more purified water. So, as some of you know, I do sort of just catch the rainwater and drink that. Yeah, and with having a load of rain, yeah, it's good because there's always water in abundance. um, okay, so let's see. I'll show you where I am at here. Yeah, so like I said, this carpet grass is extremely, well, it's a bit challenging. Let me not be too extreme. But you can work on it still. So there was a piece of tree dead in there, managed to get that out. Well, it had rotted, so that was quite easy. And yeah, it was all grown up at the edges, so I've cut that down. And yeah, I do like that rock there, so it's not movable. However, these plants are movable. And if you can see all that, the thick grass growing in between, it's just hard to maintain here. So what I'm going to do is actually move those to over there when I get that sorted, and move those as well, because everything's just growing up in the middle, and that grass, it's just hard to deal with when you're mowing. You just want to get on and mow, and you've got to keep going round stuff. You don't mind a few, so I'll leave that one. I might just move that as well. It's just kind of plonked in the, well, it's not in the middle of nowhere, but you know, it gets in the way when you're mowing. I just want to mow straight, put everything else to the side, to the edge. I don't know, I think sometimes for me, less is more. And now I'm able to get the lawnmower behind the flowers and the stuff that's there for the aesthetics. But I couldn't get the mower behind there, so it was all growing up the walls. And then you can see it just leaves the dirt mark. And I'm just going to keep these really low. They're a bit hard to dig out. They're close together, but hey ho, just leave it. Leave it alone. So, that's that bit. And yeah, so my neighbour was saying to me the other day, because I think there's this one man that does come round, a Rasta man, and he was trying to get me to, you know, he's saying like, you need help, come let me do some money work for you, know. And I'm thinking like, you ain't doing it voluntary and I ain't got no money to pay you. So, you know, no. And I said, I'm quite enjoying doing it myself, because I'm doing the job what I want, what's going to be pleasing to my eyes. Do you get me? And you haven't got to tell somebody do this, do that. No, I'm loving it. I really am. I just feel a sense of achievement. So, yeah. So he was saying, my neighbour, because he said, I think that same man, he asked him, and he said to get his bit cleaned off, nowhere near the size of this, but a massive piece of land still, it was going to be like $20,000, which over here is a lot. So yeah, for me, no, I'll do it myself, because the thing is, it's going to grow. How much money are you going to keep paying out? So for me, I'm thankful that it's become a passion, because that's, you know, that's wealth really. It's saving me a load of money, and then it makes it more presentable for when I do decide to, I mean, I'm advertised on Airbnb, but I want to change up the pictures and that. And, you know, nature's paradise was just looking like nature's chaos. So, you know, get it sorted out in, you know, at my own pace, which I'm enjoying. And, you know, when I'm ready, I'll put it on booking.com and take it from there. But in the meantime, right, this is what I'm going to be tackling next. So, spent my barrel area, and that's really all overgrown. I think there's a lot of rocks and stuff, so I've got to be careful. Like using the mower, I might just pull it all out with my hands, really. So all that needs to be cleared up. Round the back here. And I want to tackle here as well. Got the peppers. The pepper tree just bearing like nobody's business. Like I've got peppers in the freezer that will last me for about 3 years. And yeah, so that's under the breadfruit tree. And clear it up. Obviously you can't get the lawnmower up to the tree trunk, so I'm considering just putting some rocks under there to, you know, the tree trunk really. I don't know. I'll see how it goes, but that definitely needs attention. So let me get on with that and talk to you later. Hi everybody. Yeah, so where am I up to? Well, it's wash day today, so no, I'm not going to do anything on the land today. Saturday and Sunday I'm going to have to rest. I have worked quite hard, and whilst I love it, and whilst you love, there's passions and things that we love doing, we've got to be wise, look after the body, don't want to burn ourselves out, because as good as something might feel, you have to, it's got a time limit really. Do it for a period, have a rest. I mean, it's just like the beach. I absolutely love the ocean, absolutely love the water, but there's only so long that you can stay in it before you have to come out, take a break, go back in. So it's the same principle with everything in life. I really appreciate you tuning in and watching me as I make progress, proceed with what I'm doing on the land with this DIY project that God's put on my heart to do, not realising that I got the skills, the strength to be moving trees and some big branches that I've tried to pull before but couldn't. And I just asked for strength, and God just shows me a way. You can roll it, you can drag it, but where there's a will, they say there's a way. So that's the thing, the power of determination. You put your mind to something, you can definitely do it. So yeah, it really helps me as well with you tuning in, viewers and subscribers, because it keeps me focused, because there's a temptation to just think, all right, let me just do this or let me just do that. But when I sort of say that's what I'm going to do, I'll stick to it until it's done. Unless, there's a halt, I've got to stop for whatever reason. But normally there isn't, like wasp's nest, that's a reason. Got to get rid of those before I could proceed up there. So yeah, so this is where I'm up to now. So yeah, that was all bush drowned, and I'm so thankful to God, so pleased with that. And now you can see what's growing in there. Aloe vera, couldn't even see that before. You need to come out. So because it was about to rain, so I did a quick sort of clear up. But eventually want to do other things. And then my neighbour said, that's yam there. I'm not sure how that got there, but I'll leave that where it is. And then peppers just keep growing. And yeah, it's me wash day as well, so I just heard the machine, it's just done its spin. So yeah, done that, and then the barrel area, got that all cleared. And then somebody's called, she's going to come and visit me with her baby. I said, I am doing washing. She says, don't worry, don't mind, just want to come and see you. So yeah, that's where it's at. So yeah, I'm super pleased with that. That will eventually have to get a few more cuts, but it makes it easier to stay on top of it. Okay then, so many thanks for tuning in. and for supporting me, for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please could you consider doing so? And comment, yeah, give me a like. It all helps with the algorithms, as they say. And if you fancied buying a coffee, then please do so. And I'm stood right underneath a web that's, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that's a load of mosquitoes that it's caused. Oh, but the spider's having a field day there. Yeah, so anyway, until the next time, it's bye for now.